They are the different aspects that will be covered. One is the functions. We have discussed what are the basic functions of the skin. Under the structure of the skin, we just looked at the what is the structure of the epidermis in our previous class. We'll also revise once. What are the derivatives of the skin, like the hair, nail? Okay, we will be looking at the different derivatives and how the skin is acting as a heat regulator for the body. So we'll be covering this in today's class. So what we saw in the previous class was the structure of the epidermis. Okay, this is the epidermis. So when we are looking at almost roughly 3D model of the skin, okay, so this upper layer, what you are seeing here, this upper layer is called the epidermis. Epi means up, right? उसके नीचे है dermis. So we saw in detail what is the structure of the epidermis in the previous class, in which we saw that the outermost layer is known as the stratum corneum. Okay, corneum, cornified tissue. That means it's more like a dead tissue. Okay, fibrous and dead kind of tissue. That is the outermost tissue, stratum corneum. Below that is the granular layer. Okay, so this one. Then we have the third one is the stratum malpighi. The Malpighian layer is also known as the germinative layer. Germinative. It is called germinative because it will give rise to the above layers. It will give rise to those layers. So it will divide and it will produce the new cells. Okay, which will be giving the above cells. So whereas the outermost epidermis has the major function is the mechanical damage, bacterial infection, loss of water evaporation, and all these kind of protective actions are there in the epidermis. The below part, that is the dermis, has the different activities. So when we look at the structure of the dermis, so what we are able to see here is this wavy like pattern is there. Okay, so if you look at this looks some like a wavy like pattern, right? So this one is known as the papillae. Okay, it is known as the papillae. Papillae. So papillonaceous or papillae is something like this kind of undulating kind of a structure. It is not a smooth structure. So what is the happens in this? This is the particular like a junction between the epidermis and dermis, and the nerve endings and different sense organs, they will be coming up to this region. Okay, papillae kind of structure. So therefore whatever we feel the sensation of the touch and pain, that is due to the nerve endings that are present in this papillae region. Okay, and below the dermis there is this fat tissue is there, which is going to act as the insulation. Okay, these fat cells are going to act as an insulation, and in the dermis region we have the supply of the blood vessels. Okay, and so on. Now there are certain derivatives of the skin, okay, which include the hair, nails, sweat glands, mammary glands. Okay, so these are all what? These are the derivatives of the skin. They are derived from the skin. Okay, so hair, for example, it has a certain structure. Okay, in which the hair shaft, okay, that is the outermost part. Okay, so even in most of the advertisements you will be seeing that the structure, okay, of the hair. So the outermost region is known as the shaft. Okay, and it projects from the skin, and that is there above the epidermal layer. The lower part is the hair root. Okay, and it is embedded inside the dermis. It is embedded inside the dermis. So this part just above the epidermis will be the shaft. Okay, this will be in the epidermis region, whereas in the dermis region we have the hair root, and this kind of a bulb like structure is called the hair bulb. Okay, and the papillae, hair papillae, here there is a capillaries that are providing the blood supply. Because these hairs have the supply of the blood, okay, and certain nerve endings are also coming close, therefore the hairs also have some sensation. Okay, they are also having the sensation, and the age of the hair can be different based upon the type of the hair. Okay, so some of them may be there for 2 to 5 years, and some of the eyelashes, for example eyebrows, and they can be for 3 to 5 months. So the hair follicle, okay, this one we say as the follicle part. The hair follicle is the, what we say, gives the actual strength to the hair. Okay, and this is also what we can say is the base part of the hair which is not visible. The outer part which is visible is known as the shaft. So sometimes what happens, you can see that the hair also, it will, like, and when it's a lot of fear or some kind of cold kind of thing, then the hairs also sometimes we feel that they are standing. So that is known as like goosebumps, what we say. So that is because there is a muscles. Okay, the muscles known as the erector muscles are attached to the erector muscles are attached to the erector muscles are attached to the hair. Now these ones are able to pull the hair and make them in the, like a to stand, so the structure of the hair is more or less same in the different parts of the body, but only what it differs is with respect to how their age, like they may be there for less time, or they may be there for more time. Okay, so one thing is important here, that they do have the supply of the blood vessel, or rather capillaries, and the nerve endings. So that is why the hair also has a sensation. Okay, so that is the basically about the hair. Any doubts you have? All of you are able to get my voice? Am I audible, clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sometimes if there is a lot of pin drop silence, then I feel that whether the voice is coming through or not, or is there some kind of a technical issue. Let me see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you are able to get my voice? I'm not
Yes,
able
sir.
to listen
Yes,
anyone's.
Yes,
sir.
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 Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah, I think some of you are
Yes,
speaking,
sir.
but why am I not able to
Yes,
listen?
sir. Now it is clear. Sir, in
Okay,
between your voice lagged.
Dhairya Arav is speaking something, but I cannot listen. Okay, okay, is this? Yes, sir, we are able to listen. Okay, it's unfortunate that I am not able to listen what you people are saying. But okay, we will continue,
Sir, you can hear us.
because we have already lost two classes in the previous 2 weeks we have lost, so we need to make up a little bit. So next we have the nails. So in the hair we have seen the overall structure of the hair, and next is the nails. What are nails? Nails are nothing but a keratinous. What is the meaning of keratinous? Keratinous. Okay, okay, keratinous. Keratin is nothing but a protein. Okay, it is a very tough protein. So whatever you are seeing that even in the hoofs of the animals, जैसे गाय भैंस का जो पैर का वो रहता है हार्ड नीचे hoof, that is also made up of the protein that is called keratin. So here the nails are also made up of keratin, keratinous protein. Okay, so these are all dead cells are there, and basically the nails will have the three sections. So one is the plate, the other is the bed or the root, and the other is the matrix. Okay, the plate is the outermost hard part that we are all seeing, that is the dead and keratinous. So therefore the when we see that whether nails have any sensation, nails don't have any sensation, they are the dead cells, and they are totally keratinized kind of protein they are having. The base of this one, below that one, is the bed or the root. Okay, and the matrix is the one that is the base, actual base from where the new cells will be formed, and it will appear as some kind of half moon that is more prominent in some people. Okay, in some individuals it is more prominent, this half moon kind of structure at the base of the nail. So here what is happening is that new cells will be produced, okay, and that will push the growth of the nail forward. Okay, so three parts are there of the nail: plate, bed, and matrix. The other one is the sebaceous glands. So here somehow I have missed to write that sebaceous glands. Sebaceous. Okay. Sebaceous glands means what? These are nothing but oil glands. Okay, oil glands. So they have a secretion of oil. So the body naturally produces oils and it will secrete. So what is the, it has a lot of importance. So we, if we don't use the soap in a wise manner, then we are actually removing the essential oils from our body. That is also important, because in earlier time we are not using a lot of soap, but these days we are using a lot of soap. The soap, you know, it will emulsify the oil, it will remove the oils from the skin. Particularly winter season it becomes a problem. You use a lot of soap, then the skin becomes very dry and scaly. Okay, naturally the body will produce these oils for protecting our body from this moisture loss. Okay, so who is producing this one? This is sebaceous glands will be producing that. So what happens, sometimes these glands, they may have some problems. Okay, when they have problems, then what will come? Pimples, acne, and blackheads. Okay, both बड़ा market है. So half of the time on the television they will be selling products for the treatment of pimples, acne, and blackheads. So what is it? Actually simple, but these sebaceous glands or the oil glands, what will happen if there is a continuous accumulation, okay, and it is not cleaned properly, then what is going to happen? Bacterial infection can take place, because these oils are very nutritious. So when bacterial infection will take place, then it will give rise to the pimple. So here there is the bacterial infection. Okay, in the case of acne, what happens? These sebaceous glands, they will get inflamed, or they will have what you can say slight swelling is there, that is due to the hormonal imbalance and common in the adolescent. Okay, that is the what you can say in this way, that here it is the hormonal. Okay, blackheads are what? These are the sebaceous glands. Wherever that opening is there, the dead skin cells, they will clog that pore, okay, along with these oils. So what happens, on exposure to oxygen they will oxidize and they will become this kind of the black color. Okay, so that what it appear as the blackheads. Okay, so sebaceous glands are nothing but oil glands. Okay, oil glands, and there are three common problems that are coming with the sebaceous glands. So hair, nail, sebaceous glands. Next comes the sweat glands. Gland has the main purpose is to produce the sweat. So when it is producing this sweat, which is nothing but it is more than 99% water. Okay, and there is a little bit of salts and urea is present. So what happens is, if there is the evaporation of water, okay, so basically what is happening, water get evaporated, then what is going to happen to the temperature of that particular place? whether it is going to increase or decrease. So basically what is going to happen is when there is a
decrease.
loss of water vapor, okay, there will be a cooling down effect here. Okay, the heat is lost. The heat is lost. Therefore, the temperature will reduce. Okay, so in this way what happens is due to sweating, the body temperature can be cooled down. Okay, it can be maintained during the hot weather. Okay, the next one is the mammary glands. The mammary glands are also known as the milk glands. Okay, these mammary glands are present in both male as well as female, but it is developed in the females
Mm.
due to the reproductive hormones, that is the prolactin, or during the pregnancy. Okay, so what happens, there are the modified sweat glands. So mammary glands are what? These are modified sweat glands. Okay, mammary glands are modified sweat glands, and these are developed in the females due to the action of the hormone prolactin, or during the pregnancy there are the different hormones that are there. So these have, instead of producing the sweat which is 99% water, these produce the milk. Okay, so what is a mammary gland? It is nothing but a derivative of the modified type of the sweat gland. Another type of the gland is the meibomian gland. Meibomian. Okay, meibomian is also a sebaceous gland. That is, sebaceous means oil secreting gland. Now that is present where? In the margin of the eyelids. Okay, so it will mainly lubricate the margins of the eyelids, and you know that tears, when they are formed, they will form nice round shape. So because there is some surface tension is produced. Okay, already water is having good surface tension, the slight amount of
Yes,
lubrication due to
sir.
this secretion from the meibomian glands in the eye, okay.
Yes, sir.
The other one is the Cremaceous. Cremaceous. Okay, Cruceru Menius. Okay, Cremunius. We don't say Cereumenius, we say K. Okay, Cremunius. These Cremunius glands, okay, these are also modified sebaceous gland, and where they are found in the ear. Okay, this is in the eye. The meibomian and the creminous glands are present in the ear. Okay, what do they produce? They produce the wax. Okay, this is a very interesting question, sometimes it comes. So it
Wax.
produces the wax, which is also known as the cremen. Okay, Cerumen, cremen. Okay, so that is helping the eardrum. This is very delicate. It will help that from the damages from the dust particles and germs. Okay, wax, it will catch all those dust and all those things. So what we are seeing here are the different derivatives of the skin, that is the hair, nails, sweat glands, mammary glands, sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands के अंदर further है ये दो types का meibomian glands and creminous glands. Okay, so the structure of the skin, though it will appear that most of the people that skin is just one kind of layer on top of the body, but in fact there are different layers.